Act as if you are the best. Unleash your ultimate greatness. Imagine walking into every challenge already knowing you will triumph. Picture yourself entering any room, any competition, any high-stakes situation with the quiet certainty that you are the best one there. It's not arrogance or wishful thinking, it's a mindset shift. What if the only thing separating you from extraordinary success is the way you see yourself? The surprising truth is that you already possess everything needed to achieve greatness. The key is unlocking an unshakable belief in yourself. This journey begins the moment you decide to flip the script in your mind and start acting like the champion you aspire to be. We've been conditioned to hold back, to wait for permission or the right time to chase our dreams. But consider this. The world will believe in you only as much as you believe in yourself. If you carry yourself like a winner, people have no choice but to treat you like one. So, stand tall, speak with confidence and purpose, as if you've already won. Act as if you are the best, and refuse to see anyone as above you. This isn't about denying others' strengths. It's about rejecting the notion that you are less than anyone. When you project bold self-belief, you set the expectation for how others should value you. This is not a pep talk. It's a call to action backed by the habits and mindsets of the most successful people in history. They all started by thinking differently and convincing themselves of their right to success. In the following sections, we will break down the core principles that can transform your mindset and your life. These principles, each powerful on its own, combine to form an unstoppable force when you act as if you are the best. Ready to unlock the greatness within you? Let's dive into the blueprint of unwavering confidence and bold action. 1. Burning desire, the fuel behind every great achievement. Every achievement begins with a burning desire. Not a mild wish, not a vague daydream, but a passionate obsession with a goal. The people who rise to the top in any field are driven by an inner fire that refuses to dim. They don't just want success, they need it like air to breathe. This intense desire becomes the fuel that powers them through hurdles, pain, and adversity, pushing them to do whatever it takes to win. Think of Thomas Edison tirelessly experimenting with thousands of light bulb designs. He didn't succeed because he casually wished for a working light bulb. He was utterly obsessed with making his vision real. Each failure was just a stepping stone, not a stop sign, because his desire burned too brightly to let him quit. That level of hunger turns impossible into inevitable. Now pause and ask yourself, what do you crave so deeply that it keeps you up at night? What goal electrifies you, sets your soul on fire, and refuses to let you go? That is your burning desire. And recognizing it is the first step toward greatness. Once you've identified your grand obsession, cement it. Write it down in detail, and don't be timid about it. Turning a desire into written words is a powerful act. It's like drawing a map to your future. Studies have shown that committing goals to paper boosts your chances of achieving them, because a written goal transforms a hazy wish into a concrete target. Post that written vision where you'll see it daily. Then, each day, visualize yourself already living that success. Top athletes and high achievers use visualization to condition their minds for victory. See and feel yourself accomplishing your goal, every detail, every emotion, as if it's happening right now. This mental dress rehearsal builds an unstoppable momentum inside you. When your brain accepts your vision as reality, it starts finding ways to make it so. When your brain accepts your vision as reality, it starts finding ways to make it so. When your brain accepts your vision as reality, it starts finding ways to make it so. But desire and visualization alone are not enough. You must act as if the outcome is guaranteed. Too many people have big dreams but never take the first step, waiting for the perfect moment or more certainty. Winners know perfection is a myth. They move forward before they feel 100% ready. When your desire is a blazing flame, use it to ignite action. Treat success as non-negotiable, something you will pursue no matter what. This commitment triggers a remarkable chain reaction. Suddenly, you'll notice the right people and opportunities crossing your path as if drawn by a magnet to your determination. Challenges that stop others will only motivate you further. In short, the universe starts to conspire with you once you declare, "I will not be denied." So turn your desire into a roaring fire. Write your goal, visualize it relentlessly, and start moving. Those who achieve greatness demand it from themselves and charge forward until their vision is reality. 2. Unshakable self-belief, faith when others doubt. Desire gives you a goal, but faith in yourself carries you there when the going gets tough. Unshakable self-belief is the bedrock of all great success stories. It's easy to believe in yourself when things are smooth, but true faith shows up when everything is falling apart. Believing in yourself when no one else does is not a mere emotion, it's a decision you make every single day. It means choosing to trust your own potential, even when the world is full of doubt. History is full of examples of this principle. Henry Ford had virtually no formal education or backing, yet he revolutionized transportation because he trusted his idea when others laughed. Oprah Winfrey grew up with hardship and faced rejection early in her career, but she kept betting on herself, eventually building a media empire through sheer perseverance and self-faith. These figures didn't wait for others to validate them. They decided they were worthy of success and imposed that belief on the world. And guess what? The world had to concede. The moment you carry unbreakable faith, obstacles become temporary and solvable. Without it, the smallest setback can make you quit. With it, even huge challenges become stepping stones. Your mind is a powerful tool that shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll probably fail," those thoughts will start steering your decisions and actions toward failure. It's like programming a navigation system with the wrong destination. But if you believe, truly believe that you will succeed, you begin to make choices that lead to success. Your subconscious mind will work overtime to prove you right. This isn't blind optimism. It's aligning your mindset with your goals so firmly that failure isn't seen as final, just another lesson on the way to victory. Develop the conviction that your success is not a matter of if, but when. When all signs point to no, your inner voice must still say, "Yes, I can." Maintaining faith in yourself is a daily practice. Every morning, decide that no matter what happens today, you remain capable, worthy, and destined to win. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and reaffirm, "I have what it takes. I will overcome any challenge. I will succeed." Say it out loud with conviction. On good days, this solidifies your confidence. On bad days, it keeps the flame alive when winds of doubt blow hardest. Remember, the greatest achievers carry this faith, especially when it's hardest to do so. When the odds are against you and critics abound, double down on believing in yourself. Protect that belief like a precious flame. Feed it with positive thoughts and brave action. When you operate with the certainty that you will prevail, you become a force of nature. You start to move, talk, and make decisions with a boldness that attracts success. The truth is, no one will fully believe in you until you do. So choose every day to back yourself without hesitation. Act and make decisions from a place of total confidence in your purpose. With that unshakable self-belief, you transform into the kind of person who inevitably rises to the top. 3. Autosuggestion. Train your mind for unstoppable success. Your mind is like a supercomputer, and you are the programmer. Autosuggestion is the practice of deliberately feeding your mind the thoughts and beliefs that will drive you to success. In simpler terms, it means training your subconscious through repeated, powerful affirmations and mental images. Most people allow their minds to run on autopilot, absorbing whatever negativity or doubt the world throws at them. But the most successful individuals take charge of this mental programming. They install the software of confidence, ambition, and certainty so that their mind runs toward victory by default. Think about it. Every invention or major success first existed as a thought. John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford. These titans of history understood that controlling their thoughts was key to shaping their destinies. If you constantly indulge in fear and self-doubt, you're essentially telling your mind, "Prepare for failure," and it will oblige. But if you relentlessly feed your mind confidence and big dreams, your life will start to transform to match those thoughts. This is not fluffy, positive thinking for its own sake. It's a critical strategy. The world around us is full of negativity, from gloomy news to naysayers. If you don't guard your mind, those weeds will take root in your subconscious. Autosuggestion is how you weed the garden of your mind and cultivate only the plants you want to grow. So how do you practice autosuggestion effectively? Start each day by declaring your dominance over your life. Before you do anything else in the morning, take a moment to set your mindset. Stand up straight, look in the mirror, and speak affirmations that assert your greatness. For example, I am the best at what I do. I am unstoppable. I am destined for greatness. Say it boldly. At first, that little voice of doubt may whisper, "Who are you kidding?" But ignore it. That voice is the echo of old fears and conditioning, and it has no place in your future. By repeating empowering truths daily, you overwrite those old programs of insecurity. Over time, your subconscious accepts these declarations as facts. The result? You start to feel like the champion you're telling yourself you are. And when your mindset shifts, your actions follow suit. Affirmations and visualization go hand in hand. Pair your spoken declarations with a vivid mental movie of you achieving your goals. See yourself crushing that presentation, crossing that finish line, or celebrating that business milestone. Engage all your senses. Hear the applause. Feel the handshake or the gold medal in your hand. The more detail, the better. What you're doing is conditioning your mind to expect success. When your mind expects something, it subconsciously pushes your behavior toward making it happen. If you've told yourself, "I am a successful entrepreneur" enough times, you'll start taking actions a successful entrepreneur would take. You'll spot opportunities others miss and tackle challenges with creative solutions, almost as if on autopilot. Remember, a champion doesn't just talk about being great. They train, practice, and put in the work every day to prove it. Use autosuggestion to keep your attitude and work ethic aligned with the winner you know you are. With repetition, this mindset stops being a practice and becomes who you are. It becomes your identity. And when success becomes your identity, nothing in the world can stop you from achieving it. 4. Specialized knowledge. Master your craft to stand out. In the pursuit of success, knowledge truly is power, but not just any knowledge. Specialized knowledge is the secret sauce that turns hard work into extraordinary achievement. While a general understanding of many things makes you well-rounded, it's deep expertise in a specific area that makes you unstoppable. The world's highest achievers dominate their field because they committed to mastering their craft, not just dabbling in it. They understand that you can't be the best at something if you only know it at a surface level. To rise above the crowd, you must dive deeper than the rest. Look around at the innovators and leaders in any industry. They all have a niche where they excel like no one else. Whether it's a tech genius coding revolutionary software, a surgeon known for a groundbreaking technique, or an artist with a unique style, their mastery sets them apart. Being a jack of all trades might make you competent, but becoming a master of one will make you invaluable. If you find yourself working hard yet not advancing, ask if you're missing specialized knowledge. Millions of people toil diligently every day but remain stuck in mediocrity because they haven't developed that cutting-edge skill or insight that the top players have. The difference between ordinary and legendary often comes down to mastery of a particular domain. So what should you master? Identify the skills or knowledge that have the greatest impact on your goals. It might be technical expertise, advanced qualifications, or a nuanced understanding of your business that few others have. Once you know what it is, pursue it with a relentless commitment to learning. This means going beyond what's comfortable. Read voraciously about your field. Consume books, research papers, and industry reports. Seek out mentors or experts and learn directly from them. Observe, ask questions, and absorb their wisdom. Take courses or certifications if needed. Most importantly, apply what you learn in the real world. Knowledge that just sits in your head isn't power. Applied knowledge is. Experiment with new techniques or ideas in your work, even if failure is a risk. In fact, especially if failure is a risk, because that's when you truly learn and adapt. Expect this journey to mastery to be challenging and never-ending. The moment you think, "I know enough," you begin to stagnate. The best of the best are always refining their skills, because they know that industries evolve and new information is constantly emerging. Commit right now to a lifelong pursuit of growth in your chosen specialty. Push yourself to the cutting edge of your field, and then keep pushing further. When you transform yourself into a genuine expert, someone who has knowledge and abilities that are rare, your value will skyrocket. Opportunities will find you because people and organizations seek out the masters to solve their toughest problems. You'll command higher rewards for your work, and you'll navigate your career with confidence, knowing you have an edge no one can easily replicate. In short, hard work is important, but smart work, focusing on specialized mastery, will make you powerful. Be the person who knows more, who can do more, and who can do it better than anyone else in your arena. That is a surefire way to leave the ordinary behind and join the ranks of the extraordinary. 5. Decisiveness. Success belongs to the bold. Opportunities are worthless if you can't make up your mind to seize them. Decisiveness is the ability to make clear, timely decisions, and it's a trait found in every successful leader, entrepreneur, and visionary. In fact, a study of thousands of failure showed a common thread. Most people who never reached their goals simply failed to decide. They hesitated, second-guessed, and waited until their chance was gone. It's not lack of talent or resources that holds many back. It's the paralysis of overthinking. Every moment spent hemming and hawing is a moment someone else with more initiative can step in and win. The world rewards action, not indecision. Think about the most effective people you admire. They have a bias toward action. When faced with a choice, they make a call and move forward. This doesn't mean they're reckless. It means they trust their ability to figure things out. If a decision turns out to be wrong, they learn from it, adjust, and keep going. By contrast, those who can't decide often end up doing nothing at all, and nothing is the surest way to stagnate. Henry Ford once faced skepticism and numerous setbacks in bringing affordable cars to the masses. What set him apart was his willingness to make bold decisions and commit to them, even when others doubted. That boldness turned Ford into an industrial giant, while more cautious souls got left behind. Here's a crucial truth. You don't need to have every answer to start moving forward. If you wait until you feel 100% ready or until every little detail is certain, you'll never act. Success is not about being perfect. It's about getting started and refining as you go. Clarity comes from engagement, not just thought. Imagine trying to steer a car that's in park. You can turn the wheel all day, but you won't know where to go until you hit the gas. So it is with life. Once you start moving, you can course correct, but you must start. Even a wrong decision can be more valuable than no decision, because a wrong move at least teaches you something and keeps you in motion. Inaction teaches you nothing and keeps you stuck. To cultivate decisiveness, begin by trusting yourself. Trust that you can handle the consequences of your choices. When faced with an opportunity or a challenge, make it a habit to act promptly. Set a time limit for deliberation if you have to. Tell yourself, I will decide on this by the end of today. Gather what information you reasonably can and then pull the trigger. Yes, there's always a chance of failure or a less than ideal outcome. But understand that hesitation carries an even greater risk, the risk of a life forever stuck in what if. The more decisions you make, the more confident you become in your judgment. Each choice strengthens your intuition and your courage. And guess what? Most decisions are not irrevocable. If you find you've chosen a wrong path, you can pivot. The key is, you're at least moving somewhere, gaining experience and momentum. Successful people have this in common. They decide, they commit, and they execute. They don't sit on the fence, and they certainly don't wait for permission. So, be bold. Dare to make choices swiftly and confidently. Your dreams will not wait around forever. Grab them with both hands. In the grand race of life, the prize goes to the person who steps forward when everyone else is still wondering if they should. 6. Persistence, the unyielding refusal to quit. The road to any worthwhile goal is littered with obstacles, setbacks, and moments that test your resolve. What separates those who ultimately succeed from those who give up is one simple quality: persistence. Persistence is that dogged, unyielding refusal to quit, even when every fiber of your being wants to. It is the iron quality that turns failure into victory. No great success has ever been achieved without it, because the universe seems to test how badly we really want our dreams. History's winners are not people who never failed. They are people who never surrendered to failure. Take Thomas Edison. It's often said he failed 1,000 times inventing the light bulb. He famously responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each misstep taught him something and brought him closer to the solution. Henry Ford went bankrupt multiple times before revolutionizing the auto industry. Walt Disney was fired from a job for lacking imagination, before eventually creating a magical empire. What if these individuals had given up at the first serious setback? They would be footnotes in history, not icons. They understood a fundamental truth. As long as you keep going, you're still in the game. You haven't truly failed until you stop trying. Persistence isn't a one-time decision. It's a mindset you carry through every punch life throws at you. There will be days when progress is painfully slow or non-existent. There will be moments when a failure knocks you flat on your back. It's in those dark moments that you must remember, every failure is a lesson in disguise. Each setback is teaching you something, forging your character and strengthening your resolve. When others see a dead end, the persistent person sees a challenge to overcome. When others say enough is enough, the persistent say just one more try. This mindset makes you virtually unbeatable because you don't accept defeat as final. If one door closes, you look for a window. If the path is blocked, you carve a new one. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, one of the hardest times in modern history, millions lost jobs, money, and hope. Yet a remarkable thing happened. Those who refused to quit, who adapted and kept pushing forward, became the next generation of success stories. When the economy recovered, while fear paralyzed many, the persistent turned adversity into advantage. They understood that adversity is temporary, but quitting is permanent. This lesson echoes in every era. The world ultimately rewards those who stay the course. Life will knock you down. Persistence is the choice to get back up every single time. Each time you stand back up, you come back stronger, smarter, and more resilient than before. So how do you nurture persistence? Start by removing quitting from your list of options. If you decide from the outset that giving up is off the table, your mind will be forced to find a way forward. When faced with a setback, take a breath and remind yourself, this is just one chapter, not the whole story. Think of obstacles as training. Just as muscles grow stronger by resistance, your success muscles grow stronger by overcoming difficulties. Embrace the struggle as part of your growth. If you catch yourself thinking of abandoning your dream because it's taking too long or it's too hard, imagine how far you could go if you pushed just a little bit more. Often, the breakthrough lies just beyond the point where most people quit. Persistence means outlasting the pain, outlearning the failures, and outsmarting the problems. It's telling yourself, no matter what, I will find a way. With that attitude, you become virtually undefeatable. Remember, the only true failure is stopping before you succeed. If you keep moving forward, even crawling at times, you are still on the path to victory. Commit to that path with everything you've got, and success will eventually be the only possible outcome. 7. Surround yourself with greatness. The mastermind principle. No one achieves greatness in isolation. Who you surround yourself with matters more than most people realize. The attitudes, ambitions, and habits of the people around you inevitably rub off on you, for better or for worse. Successful individuals understand the mastermind principle, which is the idea that when two or more people coordinate in harmony toward a goal, a certain synergy occurs that elevates each of them. In essence, a mastermind group is a circle of influence that propels you higher, challenges you, and keeps you accountable to your potential. If you want to soar, you must align yourself with eagles, not turkeys. Think about times when you've been part of a great team or a motivated group of friends. Chances are, you thought bigger and pushed yourself harder in that group than you did on your own. Conversely, if you've ever been surrounded by negativity or complacency, you probably felt it dragging you down like an anchor. It's almost automatic. Spend time with people who make excuses and settle for mediocrity, and you'll find yourself doing the same. But spend time with winners, people who dream big, talk ideas, and strive for excellence, and suddenly your own horizons expand. Your standards climb. You start to believe in larger possibilities because you see others around you achieving them. Henry Ford was friends with Thomas Edison. They exchanged ideas and inspired each other, pushing the boundaries of innovation. That's the power of a strong inner circle. Building your own mastermind group or network of greatness is a deliberate process. First, seek out individuals who inspire you. These could be mentors in your industry, colleagues who are crushing it, or friends who support your ambitions. If direct access to such people is limited, immerse yourself in the wisdom of high achievers through books, podcasts, or videos. You can surround yourself with the mindset of greatness by learning from the best minds, even if you can't meet them in person. Second, protect your mind from negative influences. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life entirely, unless they are truly toxic. But it does mean setting boundaries. Limit your exposure to chronic complainers, pessimists, or those who belittle your dreams. You don't owe anyone the power to poison your outlook. Remember, you're not being rude or disloyal by guarding your mental space. You're being responsible for your future. Next, focus on what you can contribute to those around you. Great relationships are built on giving, not just taking. If you want to be around successful, positive people, make sure you bring something to the table as well. Share knowledge, offer support, celebrate others' wins, and help out when you can. Become the type of person you would want in your circle, uplifting, forward-thinking, and reliable. This not only strengthens your network, but it also solidifies your own positive traits and reputation. Over time, you'll find that high-caliber people are naturally drawn to you because you resonate on their frequency of ambition and optimism. Lastly, raise your own standards to match the company you aspire to keep. If you want to hang with champions, start behaving like one. Show up on time, follow through on commitments, and continue improving yourself. High achievers respect others who are disciplined and growth-oriented. By holding yourself to excellence, you will attract those who do the same. The bottom line is this: your environment shapes you. If you are the smartest, strongest, most driven person in your circle might be too small. Don't be afraid to seek out people who challenge you to be better. Choose friends, mentors, and associates who lift you up and push you beyond your comfort zone. Surround yourself with those who reflect the greatness you want to achieve, and it's only a matter of time before you rise to their level. 8. Master your subconscious. Control it or it controls you. Buried beneath your conscious thoughts is a powerful force called the subconscious mind. It's like a silent engine that drives much of your behavior and reactions, even when you're not aware of it. Here's the catch: your subconscious doesn't discriminate between good and bad input. It simply absorbs whatever you consistently feed it, your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and fears, and uses that to steer the course of your life. This is why it's absolutely crucial to take control of your subconscious programming. If you don't control what goes into this engine, it will be controlled by random influences around you. And often, that means lots of weeds choking out your potential. Think of your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of confidence, self-love, and success, and you diligently nurture them, you'll grow a lush, thriving garden of positive outcomes. But if you're not paying attention, weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity will sprout by default, blown in by the winds of a negative world, and they'll spread fast if unchecked. Most people, unfortunately, let their subconscious garden run wild. They dwell on their fears, replay past failures, or allow other people's pessimism to take root in their mind. Over time, these negative thoughts grow strong roots, and the person finds themselves tangled in anxiety and self-sabotage, often without even realizing how they got there. To master your subconscious, become its gatekeeper. Be very mindful about what you allow into your mind on a daily basis. This means choosing what you read, watch, and listen to with intention. Instead of doom scrolling through social media or consuming news that only tells you how bad the world is, seek out content that uplifts and motivates you. Read inspirational success stories, biographies of people who overcame odds, or personal development books that expand your outlook. Listen to motivational speakers or podcasts that pump you up with possibility. Feed your mind a steady diet of positivity, solutions, and big ideas. The goal is not to live in a bubble of false positivity, but to counteract the barrage of negative input that naturally surrounds us. In addition to guarding what comes in, actively plant the thoughts you want to flourish. We talked about affirmations and visualization earlier. Those are key tools to imprint empowering beliefs into your subconscious. When you consistently tell yourself, "I am capable of handling any challenge," or "I deserve abundance and I'm working towards it," over time your subconscious accepts these commands. Once it believes those statements, it will begin to generate attitudes and find pathways that align with them. You'll start to notice yourself behaving more confidently and spotting opportunities where you once saw obstacles. It might even feel like luck, but it's really your internal programming guiding you to act and respond in ways that create better outcomes. Remember, your subconscious can't tell the difference between an imagined thought and reality. If you vividly imagine success and feed your mind encouraging messages, to your subconscious, it's as if those things are true. It then works to bridge the gap between your current state and the internal reality you've created. This is exactly why athletes mentally rehearse winning games or breaking records. They're training their subconscious to accept nothing less than victory. Entrepreneurs and leaders do it too, envisioning big wins in their minds before they ever achieve them externally. They're effectively saying to their brain, "This is what we're doing, get on board," and the subconscious responds by firing on all cylinders towards that goal. On the flip side, if you constantly worry about failure and tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," your subconscious will obligingly align with that script, making it hard for you to break out of self-defeating patterns. So take charge, decide what you want to believe about yourself and your future, and program those beliefs into your inner mind through repetition and emotion. It might feel strange at first, but stick with it. Over time, that inner voice will start echoing what you've planted rather than random junk from the outside. You'll know it's working when you find yourself naturally more optimistic, resilient, and driven. Ultimately, mastering your subconscious mind is about reclaiming your power. It's your mind. Why let anything or anyone program it but you? Cultivate it with care, and it will carry you to heights you never thought possible. 9. Seizing opportunity, the power of decisive action. When the world is trembling with uncertainty, most people freeze. They wait, hoping things will get safer or easier before they make a move. But a select few do the opposite. They charge ahead while everyone else is hesitating. These are the bold action takers, the ones who understand that fortune favors the brave. Decisive action, especially in times of fear or crisis, is often what separates those who prosper from those who collapse under pressure. If decisiveness is about making up your mind, decisive action is about promptly executing on your decisions and not letting opportunities slip away. History provides a stark lesson on this. During the Great Depression, the stock market crashed and economies faltered. Fear paralyzed the masses. Many people lost everything, and in their terror, they clung to whatever they had left and stopped taking initiative. Yet, some individuals saw that chaotic time as an opportunity, while others were too scared to act. These bold few invested, innovated, and built new ventures. They made swift decisions, often risky ones, because they understood that sitting on the sidelines guarantees defeat. When the dust settled, those courageous actors emerged wealthier and more successful, having snapped up opportunities at pennies on the dollar. The lesson? In any crisis or uncertain situation, hesitation can be far more dangerous than action. In modern times, the same rule applies. Whether the market is down, a new technology is disrupting the field, or you're facing personal uncertainty, don't wait for perfect conditions. They rarely exist. If you have a goal, start pursuing it now, with whatever you have, from wherever you are. Move with the confidence that success will favor your boldness. This doesn't mean be foolish or ignore due diligence, but it does mean once you decide on a course, commit fully and step forward. Most people fail not because they lacked a brilliant plan, but because they never fully implemented a plan. They got stuck in analysis paralysis or succumbed to fear of the unknown. Recognize that there will always be some risk. There will always be things you can't predict. But refusing to act guarantees that nothing changes. To harness the power of decisive action, train yourself to leap while others linger. Develop a bias for action. For example, if you're considering starting a business, don't spend years fantasizing. Draft the business plan this week. Start the prototype. Begin marketing research now. If you want a promotion at work, don't just hope someone notices your value. Take on that extra project. Demonstrate leadership today. Make it impossible to overlook you. Is there an investment you've been researching? If it makes sense, take a calculated leap instead of endlessly second-guessing. The point is to build momentum. Action creates momentum, and momentum can carry you through doubts that might crop up later. Keep in mind, action itself builds courage. The moment you take that first step, a lot of the fear dissipates because you're too busy making progress to overthink. You also start getting feedback from the real world, which is invaluable. Maybe your first step isn't perfect, so you learn and adjust the next step, but you're moving, which is more than can be said for the person still waiting for the right time. Over time, being action-oriented becomes part of your identity. You become someone who makes things happen. People will start to bring opportunities to you because they know you'll capitalize on them. It's a positive feedback loop. Action breeds success, which breeds more confidence, which leads to more action. So ask yourself, are you standing on the sidelines of your life? Or are you in the arena taking swings? You don't want to look back years from now and realize you missed out because you hesitated. It's far better to say, I can't believe I did that, than I wish I had the courage to do it. Train your mind to always look for the next move forward, however small. See uncertainty as the space where winners thrive. Be the person who steps up when everyone else steps back. When you act as if your success is inevitable, you carry yourself differently. You move with purpose, you attract support, and you find openings that static thinkers simply can't see. In the end, the world bends to those who act. Make decisive action your trademark, and you'll leave hesitation and most of your competition in the dust. 10. Conquer fear. Turn your greatest enemy into fuel. If there is one adversary that has destroyed more dreams than any other, it is fear. Fear is the invisible chain that keeps people stuck in place when freedom and success lie just a few steps away. It's human to feel fear, whether it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of the unknown. These feelings are natural. What's not natural is letting fear dictate your choices. The ultra-successful are not people who never feel afraid. They are people who have learned to act in spite of fear. They use fear as a compass, even as fuel, rather than a barrier. Understand this. Most of the fears that hold us back are not life or death situations. In the modern world, fear often manifests as anxiety about things that might happen or worry about what others will think. Your brain treats these like threats, but they're really just phantoms. Yet, if you give them power, they can paralyze you as effectively as any physical chains. How many opportunities have been lost because someone was afraid to even try? How many times have people settled for less because they feared criticism if they aimed higher? The irony is that fear itself usually inflicts more pain than the thing feared ever would. Failure doesn't destroy you. Giving up because you're afraid to fail does. Rejection won't break you. Living so safely that you never risk connection will. So how do you conquer this formidable enemy? First, reframe what fear means. Instead of seeing fear as a stop sign, start seeing it as a green light, an indicator that you are about to step outside your comfort zone. And that is a good thing, because nothing great is ever achieved in comfort zones. If a goal or opportunity makes your heart race and your nerves tingle, it means it's meaningful to you. It has power. Lean into that feeling. Successful people feel that same adrenaline, but they tell themselves, this means I'm on the right track. They know that if their ambitions don't scare them a little, they're probably not aiming high enough. Next, realize that action is the antidote to fear. The moment you take even a small step toward what scares you, the fear starts losing its grip. Suppose you're terrified of public speaking, but dream of being a leader in your field. The only way to slay that dragon is to get on stage, even if your voice shakes at first. Each time you face the fear, it shrinks. Your comfort zone expands, and what once felt impossible starts to feel manageable. That eventually, routine. Confidence isn't something you wait to have before you act. It's something that results from acting. Every courageous act, no matter how tiny, deposits a bit more confidence in your account. Over time, you become rich in self-assurance. Because you prove to yourself over and over that you can handle the things that once intimidated you. Also, remind yourself of this crucial truth. Everyone experiences fear on the journey to success. The difference is that achievers move forward despite it. Think of the entrepreneur who risks her savings on a startup, or the athlete who steps onto a championship field with the weight of expectations, or the artist who dares to share his work with the world. They all feel that gulp of uncertainty. The champions simply decide that their goals matter more than their fears. They feel the fear, and then they do the thing anyway. This is the very definition of courage. When fear pops up, and it will, talk back to it. Ask, what am I really afraid of? Trace it to its root. Often, you'll find that the fear is based on a story that isn't even true. For example, if I fail at this business, I'll be ruined forever. Is that objectively true, or is the truth closer to, if I fail, I'll learn what not to do and try again with a better strategy? Rewriting the narrative takes away fear's teeth. Even if the worst-case scenario happens, is it something you can recover from? In most cases, yes. And if the worst case is something you truly can't recover from, you likely wouldn't risk it to begin with. So trust yourself and bet on your resilience. You've overcome challenges before in life. You'll do it again if things don't go as planned. Finally, use fear as fuel. Let it sharpen you. Let it remind you that what you're doing matters. Those butterflies in your stomach can be turned into energy and focus if you welcome them. Before a big moment, take that nervous energy and channel it. Feel it power up your mind and body to perform at your best. Many great performers and public speakers do this. They feel the pre-show jitters and think, excellent, my body is preparing me to excel. Adopting this mindset transforms fear from a predator stalking you into a partner pushing you forward. In the end, you must choose. Will you let fear define your life, or will you harness it to elevate your life? Picture the things you desire, the success, the joy, the fulfillment, sitting on the other side of a door labeled fear. Every time you open that door and walk through, you get to claim a piece of what you want. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But so is staying stuck where you don't want to be. The greatest breakthroughs, the most exhilarating experiences all lie just beyond that fear. So feel the fear and do it anyway. Prove to yourself that you are braver than what scares you. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear, waiting for you. The only price of admission is courage. When you refuse to let fear hold you back, something amazing happens. The world begins to open up to you. Those intimidating challenges turn into incredible opportunities. Doors that were closed magically start swinging open. Why? Because the world respects and rewards those who act with courage and conviction. The moment you start carrying yourself like nothing can stop you, the world believes it too. Now it's your turn to make a choice. Will you remain chained by doubt, or will you start living and acting like the best, knowing that you lack nothing that any successful person has? The world will never believe in you until you believe in yourself. So believe. Walk into every room like you own it. Speak up like your voice matters, because it does. Carry yourself like a person who knows their worth. Work at your goals with the certainty that success is a done deal. When you do this, when you act as if you are the best and that no one is above you, something almost magical occurs. People begin to see in you what you've been projecting all along. They see a winner, a leader, a force to be reckoned with. Success is not a lucky lottery ticket, it's a deliberate decision. It's the culmination of all these principles in action. So make that decision today. Decide to think differently, to carry yourself with unshakable confidence, and to back it up with relentless action. Decide that from this moment forward, you will live on your terms, pursue your dreams with boldness, and never again doubt that you deserve the best. Life is too short to be lived as a shadow of what it could be. Step into the spotlight of your own potential. Act as if you are the best, because in your unique journey, you are. No one else can be better at being you, at fulfilling the purpose you are here to fulfill. It's time to claim that success that has been waiting for you. Stand tall, take a deep breath, and move forward with the confidence of a champion. The choice is yours, and you're making it right now. So go ahead. Act like you're the best. Get out there and claim your victory. Your future self is already cheering you on from the winner's circle. Go make it happen.